Hello, in this problem I will demonstrate how to compute a confidence interval for the mean. We begin with the problem. It states that we need to compute the confidence interval of the mean weight of all students at a local community college. The population standard deviation is 72 pounds. The sample mean for 44 randomly selected students is 209.7 pounds. Use a confidence level of 95%. The population standard deviation, sigma, that's 72. The sample mean, x bar, is 209.7. Sample size is 44. Confidence level 95%, and the population mean is represented by the Greek letter mu. That's not given. That's the value that we have to determine. So before we proceed, we need to find the z value, z sub alpha over 2. Now my preferred method whenever I can is to use table F. So to use table F, it's a more efficient method. Let's look at table F. You look at the top, you search out the confidence level, 95%, and then scroll all the way down to the z values, and it's going to be 1.96. That's your z value. Now another method, in case this confidence level is not listed in table F, then there's an alternate method you can use. That's using table E. So this entails first computing alpha. Alpha is 1 minus the confidence level, and I've done the work below here. So 1 minus 0.95 is 0.05. Then we're going to divide alpha by 2. So 0.05 divided by 2 is 0.025. So now we want to use this area because alpha is a tail area, and alpha over 2 is a tail area as well. Alpha is the combined tail area. So now we use this as an area, and we look up first the negative z value, and then we use symmetry to find the positive z value. So if we go back to table E, in table E, we have to look for the area closest to 0.025. So we have to search out the area closest inside of this area section, and it turns out that this is the area, 0.025. Now we look to our left, we have negative 1.9, and we look up 6, so it's negative 1.96. We want the positive version of that, so negative 1.96, the positive version is positive 1.96. And so that's going to be the z value. Now we're ready to plug all this information into our formula and then calculate. So each of these values we plug in. So remember z, this is x bar is 209.7. Z sub alpha over 2 is the 1.96, sigma 72, and radical 44, and we just put the same values on the right side. Now I'm going to demonstrate the computation using a scientific calculator. So what I typically do is I just type it all in. Let's move this up. So I focus on the left side first. I type that in. 209.7 minus 1.96 times 72 divided by the square root of 44. And then I select enter and I get the value, 188.42. So that's the left endpoint. Now you could repeat what I did for the right endpoint. In some calculators, you can go back and you can edit the equation, and I just changed the minus to a plus, and then I hit enter again and I get the right endpoint, 230.97. And so now we have a range of values that estimates the population mean. Thanks for watching the video.